events popping and moving for a grip.
Diggs, I'm good to go. You already know what time it is. It's your boy, Big Moolah. Got your boy.
It's B Baby 1-2 of the World Takes Podcast.
And this is episode 93, World Takes Podcast. We got a real special episode for y'all tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Louie and Lou from Trenton Talks.
Yo, pleasure to be here, man. Thank you for having me.
And not only is the pleasure all ours, but it's an honor. Fellas, how y'all feeling? Welcome to the show. Thank you for being here.
Firstly, man, we honored as well, because, I mean, I've been seeing the grind of this platform. Seeing the grind, seeing hosts, guests. It's all over my TF, all over. You know, so I'm also honored to be a guest over here as well. And I'm feeling good, you know, I'm feeling grateful. And we out here.
We appreciate that. Make some noise.
Yo,
That's love right there. How you feeling, Louie?
I'm feeling great, man. Same thing. It's a pleasure to be here, man. Like my man was saying, I have seen it a couple times on my story, and it's just like, you know what I mean? And for lack of a better word, how crazy manifestation work. Cause I'm like, man, these niggas doing their thing. I'm seeing pop up on different people's stories, and then I end up sitting right here, like, you feel me?
Yeah.
You go from looking at it to being there.
We go by the biggest, y'all. Welcome home. Once y'all come on, y'all part of the family officially. I mean, y'all part of the biggest. Y'all always welcome back. Y'all just come on.
That's love.
As long as we don't end it in a fight or nothing like that. Nah, word up. Y'all part of the biggest. I mean, like, Papa's and all welcome.
And that's why, that's the reason we wanted to have y'all up here. Cause we see how y'all moving. We see y'all on our timeline as we scroll, and y'all giving us great content. Most recently, you know, I've been seeing a lot of coverage of the open mics, and I kind of want to get into that because I think that's huge for a community like ours, you know, where y'all are having these events where people can come out, showcase their talent. If you don't have a talent, you can just come out, have a good time, enjoy the show, get something to eat, be in a safe space where there's no violence popping off. And I think that's huge.
That's major. That's major. I say that all the time. Listen, I've been to a couple Trenton events in my lifetime, mad Trenton events. And I've always had that feeling, yo, we should probably bounce, bro. We should probably get out of here. These people shouldn't be in the room. Oh, nah, we gotta. Every time we go to these events, it's always love, it's always vibes. Never is there ever a bad feeling, any bad vibes. Everybody shows love. Even if you're, I always tell artists, if you're an artist that's just now getting started, the best thing to do is show up to a Trenton Talks event, because you're gonna get that exposure that you need. They're gonna show you the love that you need, and they're gonna push you forward, bro. We're gonna push you forward.
Facts.
Let's slow down real quick, cause nah, for real, we had tell them where they can follow you at. If they not already following, I'm sure most of them is watching is already following. But just in case for the ones that's not, tell them where they can follow you at. Give them the socials.
All right, so you know, the business page, the platform we are pushing at Trenton Talks. Our YouTube need more love. If there's anywhere that needs some love, find Trenton Talks on YouTube. You know what I mean, my personal page, I do have one. People don't know, stop calling Trenton Talks. My personal page is The Light of Blue. You feel me? And that's all for me.
Yes, sir. You can find me at.
You can adjust your mic too. I'm sorry.
You got
right here, the little screw at the bottom. You just loosen it up a little bit, lift it up, and then you can. So you ain't gotta get no.
Which one?
My bad, y'all.
All right, great.
Boy, comfortable. Oh, my bad.
Thank you, my boy.
Oh, of
Get you cozy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's wicked. But yeah, you can find me on the gram, @real_Louie X. That's @Louie LOUIEX. And you feel me? Aside from the Trenton Talks events and hosting, although I go crazy, come see me. I'm a videographer, studio engineer. I know I do a lot of things as far as like the arts. So, you know what I mean? Hit me, let's work, let's make something happen.
Yeah. So. It's actually one of the ways we actually met. Like, he's one of the top videographers around here.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So I needed help with videography. And he never once was hiding information. I remember I seen him going live one time, showing people how to edit, and that's what made actually my voice stand out. I never told you that, but he would go live and show people how to edit certain things in real like advanced ways. Like I'm talking like the explosions. Like,
Yeah,
I can edit regular, but I can't make your head explode. Yeah. He can do all that. So I met him, and he was just, just the networking energy. I'm sure y'all are now aware of it. Just when you networking with somebody, you just don't ask no questions. You just keep moving with them.
You go for the ride. Mm-hmm. You go for the ride. I like that. So take us back then. Take us back to, I guess y'all going to do it one at a time. Take us back to the beginnings. Where y'all from?
First.
Yeah, do your thing, bro.
Alright, I'm from, well actually, if you don't know, I'm African, I'm a foreigner. I was born in Liberia, a country that was going through war. I migrated over here when I was about 4 or 5 years old, couldn't really speak no words. So, the story about to get deep. I grew up around West, North 25, I went to Monument School. And I grew up in a totally different Trenton. Like I grew up in a very, I was a very special child, I would say. Grew up in a very violent environment. As a very gifted, my teachers would say I'm very gifted and this smart. And it was like everything was so cool, like Disney Channel, you know what I mean, type shit. And then I went upstairs like 2nd grade and I realized all the poverty that was around us. This was like right after the certain laws was passed, the men was taking out the homes of black communities, project kids. Mm-hmm. So I grew up around all these people. I mean, my family was alright, we wasn't doing too bad, but I had friends that was walking home that wasn't eating lunch, right? Shit like that. So I was fighting kids angry every day, and I was trying to figure out why they so angry. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? And I was just, that was just my upbringing. It made me tough. And it made them same kids that I was fighting every day my best friends. Mm-hmm. So like, that's kind of what kind of led me into asking these questions about my environment. Now I do interviews, so I'm gonna just get pulled like that.
That's dope.
I like that. Let's go, Louis.
That's dope. Yeah, for sure. Same type time, but I ain't even from the States for real. I'm from Trinidad, San Fernando, Trinidad. When I first came to America, it was New York. Spent most of my life in the town. And I've always been into, like I said, I've always been into music, the arts and stuff like that. And what really started is I was an artist that just got sick of going to engineers and having to tell them, yo, you gotta turn this up. I'm in there finding myself being an engineer. You know what I mean? Turn this up. I want it to sound like this. I'm not really hearing the sound I want. So that turned me into my own beats. I started figuring out ways to record myself. If you're not gonna get it right, I'm gonna get it right. I know what I want to hear. You know what I mean? So turn myself into my own beats, do my own engineering thing, do my own videography thing, and that's just like I said, that manifestation thing is crazy because that path led me to meeting Lou.
This is self-taught, you said?
Oh yeah, everything self-taught from A to Z, top to bottom.
Hey, make some noise.
What software you was using when you first started recording yourself?
Oh man, when I first started, I was using Mixcraft, man. If y'all engineers out there, y'all remember the days where Mixcraft was basically all you had, but we made it work. We made that shit work.
But what you use, like M audio for the interface or something?
Damn, what did I have as an interface back then? Honestly, what's crazy is back in those days, I really started off whatever. On the flip phones, we had a recording software. I don't even remember what that was. I used to play the beat on the laptop and record myself off the phone and drop songs like that. Yeah, that's where it really started. But you know what I mean? It was hunger. But I don't remember what interface I had back then, man. I can't even.
You know we do the post game show. You know what that is?
That's when we.
What's that?
It's our in the show segment where we let our guests go crazy. If you got a song you want to release, you got a freestyle.
Oh, that's crazy. Spit, yeah, I'm with that.
We get you a beat, you go crazy.
Don't fold, little
thing. That's coming, y'all. The show, post game show, Trenton Talks. Yeah, Louis and Lou. We gonna go crazy for y'all. So you was taking us to how y'all met. I want to know what came first. Did Trenton Talks come first or did y'all meet first?
Trenton Talks came first.
Yeah, I already met him when he was Trenton Talks.
So before we get to y'all meeting, catch us up. Where did Trenton Talks come in at?
All right. I'm already like 3 years, 2.5, 3 years in by the time I met my brother right here. So I mean, that's when we met. That's when I was looking for more skilled and talented people to teach me, because I had to realize I didn't know. I didn't have the skills.
What year was that? What year?
Like year 3.
No, what year was it? Like, was it
2020?
2020,
2019?
2021, like mid 2021 when we started actually having interactions.
Right.
And then he actually started doing training sessions with me and stuff like that.
But 3 years prior to that is where you had the idea for it.
Yeah, I was running and gunning.
So that was like 2018.
Since 2018, I've been.
That was 2018. All right. No, that's where I want to get. I want to get from the beginning, because
Facts.
sometimes what people gotta see, like for you to be as big as you is now, you had to put in the work.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. It wasn't overnight.
Right.
It was 3.5 years of work.
Facts.
I'm sure it was late nights. And that's what I'm looking for. You gotta tell the people that, because a lot of the kids in the city, I know even me, like, so even people my age, and I'll say probably down, we follow you because we know you got your ear to the street. How we try and have our ear to the street, it might be in a different way, but it's a lot of similarities there.
Yeah.
You got your ears to the street, right? So these kids is looking up to you, and they might be thinking like, whoa, this is something I can do, to where I don't have to go and necessarily do it the traditional way, get a job, a 9 to 5 somewhere. I can get big with my own shit. You feel me? So tell them about the work. 2018, you had to put in the long nights, shit like that.
Alright, like firstly, like my platform though, like my process is different. Like first, like I would say before you even start putting the work in, you gotta purify your heart. Cause it's like it's certain
Noise.
That boy told you.
Look, I
Make
told
some
you I
noise.
gotta get the Henny.
Yes, sir. Eddie got that boy
I wasn't
talking.
supposed to ignore you though, man. Pay me.
Take a shot for that.
Look, listen, man.
That's facts. You gotta run that back.
You gonna have big boy talk tonight. You heard?
Look, man, you got to, because the reason why I took that route that I was taking was in order to impact people. You know what I mean? The work is going to be the work. I grew up waking up 6 a.m. to go shoot basketball hoops. Like, that's a part of my story. I also skipped.
Word.
I was playing ball for 15 years. You know what I mean? Every court in the city and seeing every basketball player in the city.
Yeah.
Right. I'm talking the ones
I
in
know
the
all
league.
about
You
it.
get busy? You get busy.
Yeah, I was nice. I mean, it wasn't in my path, but I was nice. And
Yeah.
that's where that's the direction that as a kid, that was like what I wanted to be. So I
Yeah.
put it all into that. But it came to a certain point where I was able to see what was going on around me again, like just like I was able to do when I was a kid. When I got older and I left college and I came back home, it was like, damn, everybody's still fucked up. I'm at school having a good time, doing this and that. Everybody's fucked up. So I had to, you know what I mean, purify my heart firstly, you know what I mean, want better for others around me, and put my dreams aside. Like, okay, basketball ain't working right now.
Yeah.
Let me impact the people around me. Let me impact my community. This is when Black Panther just came out. Everybody was suddenly gravitated towards wokeness, or just, I seen people wearing dashikis to the movie theaters.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it was like, okay, this is time to push some type of positivity. So I took my camera and I went outside and I started speaking from my heart, asking people questions. And then the work ethic came in, because it's like, okay, let me talk to 30 people. And I just started posting it on my personal story. I posted it on my personal story, and I seen a reaction from it. People never seen nothing like it. So it was so deep to a point. One of my close high school friends, her name was Autumn Ellison, A-Audie on Instagram, I believe. She was like, get on YouTube, get on Instagram right now, I'm making you a page. I don't know what you're doing, but I'm making you a page. So Autumn actually made my Instagram logo, my first Instagram logo. It's not up right now, but she wanted me to start so bad that
she did that for you.
She did that for you. And I'll never forget that.
Of course not.
You don't talk all the time, but I don't forget that Autumn made my first logo.
Shout her out again, man. Autumn, what's Autumn handle, man?
Autumn, I want to say it's A-Audie if she didn't change it, but she has a brand called So Fashionable with a V. She made my first logo.
Let me get that someone with a V. Where the V at?
The V is after the F.
Okay.
So Fashionable with a V. And she,
like upside down A.
So she was like, Lou, I don't know what project you just started, but it's time. And then after that, she made the page, she pushed me into it. I made the page, so I had 30 interviews sitting because I won't say 30, that's the story I'll be running with. I had like 30 pieces of content sitting. So I dropped the first one and I followed like 300 people. And boom.
Oh, yeah.
It was going, they was following back. And it was basically time. The timing was right, the alignment was right. So
tell the people how old you are.
I'm 27 years old. When I started it, I was 23.
The only reason I want you to tell them that, because they can hear the intelligence, they can see it. They can hear it, they can hear the strength, they can see it. You heard me?
Facts.
So it's like, it's important for them to know that, because you don't gotta wait till you old in your 30s. You can get the knowledge early. He up here giving it to y'all right now. And you can go out there, you can do the work, you can get to where you want to be.
Also know that it ain't overnight either.
And it's not overnight. Ain't nothing overnight. We know because this wasn't overnight.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Right. That's more of a reason to start right now, knowing that it's not going to be overnight. How long you going to wait until you get your results? When do you want to see your results? When you start, completely depends. That's very related to when you're going to see your results. Start now. All that waiting, I got to wait till I get this right. I got to wait till I get this together. Start right now.
You wait for it to be perfect.
There's people blowing up, making millions of dollars off of an iPhone. You waiting until you get that $3,000 camera, that three, bro. There's people blowing up off of an iPhone. Start right now, whatever it is, start it.
We was just talking about that. With the Drake song?
Oh yeah, what
he
he
had
said?
said something. Drake was talking shit. He said,
Drake
The new album with him in 21?
yeah, he said niggas be
right?
he said.
Something about taking their time.
Niggas be taking their time, talking about waiting for the time is right.
Oh, niggas.
Niggas
I hate a new artist.
Once he said that, we was both talking about we say it all the time. It be hella excuses, but they say they taking their time. So going back to it, like 2018, I thought I was taking my time. I'm like, okay, no, it's time.
It's time.
You know what I mean? So I had to start. You know what I mean? So once I started, it put me in a position to meet other talented people and do all the things I'm doing now and receive the fruits of my labor because I had to put that work in. So we go back to that time. Once I had them interviews sitting, I just started posting one a day, but I kept recording. So I read this Gary Vee thing. Gary Vee dropped a book, said content is going to take over the world. So he dropped a couple books like that in 2018. I bought a couple of them. He was speaking to how you need to start creating at least 30 pieces of content to drop for 30 days. So at the time I had already started, but he was already super big. He was telling people about social media 10 years ago.
Right.
So he was writing, when he wrote that book in 2018, it was still early, but it was late. You know what I mean? So I read it and I took from it what I was going to take from it. So what I took from it, I'm like, okay, I'm going to drop every day. So for a year straight, I dropped an interview every day. So that's, you know what I mean? When you was talking about what it takes for the kids, I had something to drop every day. And this was before. Now is everybody dropping a reel. Reels didn't exist. We had to post regular content that was going to make somebody stop in 5 seconds every day.
Right.
You know what I mean? Reels now, they do that for you. It wasn't no reels when I started. It was just content.
Yeah,
that's how I got
that Snapchat area where it was the beginning of people wanting shit quick and short and sweet.
Right.
It was hard.
Vine era.
It was hard to get somebody to stop scrolling back there.
Yeah.
But in Trenton, it was easy because we ain't had nothing.
right? That boy
Talking about
preaching.
it.
All right.
Talking about
All right, let's go through the transition now. How do you guys meet up exactly though? Like, how did that work?
That's a great question. Where did that? Oh, so we met a couple times before we really started to link up. Like I think the first time we ever met was at a. I don't even think you remember. If you do, that's crazy. It was at a pool party.
I remember that.
Yeah, we first met up at a pool party. Conversation wasn't even that long. It was probably like 5 minutes.
He was recording for somebody.
Yeah. Oh yeah, right. I was doing videos at the time. Conversation 3-5 minutes tops. Went our separate ways. Never thought we'd see each other again. We just kept seeing each other.
How was the party?
It was lit.
It was actually my
Cheeks
boy.
bouncing for sure.
Pool party. Don't tell me DJ Big shit.
Was Big there? Nah,
Big was
Big
there.
was there. Right?
Of course, Big was there. Cheeks
They got Eric pool party in New Jersey.
Yo, I swear to God.
bouncing somewhere in Mercer County.
That's funny as hell.
But here's my boy B More video shoot.
That's what it was.
Oh, he's a rapper?
Yeah.
Okay.
Big shout out to B More.
Big shout out B More, yo.
That was his video shoot, you know what I mean? And like, we used to have like woke conversations on Facebook.
Right.
Like mad woke conversations. When I seen it, so we just started going into it, but we like, all right, I'll get you. We out.
Every time.
Like going back and forth, how to change the world, wherever,
Right.
what his views might be, what my views might be, and then what we already respect what each other do.
Right.
So at this time, this wasn't even I wouldn't say that was my third year in the Trenton Talks. That was my second year in the Trenton Talks.
Okay.
So that was like literally like, you know what I mean? So I was recruiting. Like I was looking for people that had the same image because I was tired and I was just like, I knew I couldn't do this by myself.
By yourself, right?
I needed other video editors. Like I just needed, not even other video editors, but other people that was more skilled than me.
Yeah.
I can't be the best person. I was teaching people how to edit on iMovie. We're not even supposed to be editing on iMovie.
They don't know that. They don't know that, though.
Yeah.
You're schooling them right now.
But no, let me not say that because iMovie works
It
for a
definitely
certain, for whatever you're doing, it may work for that. But to get to another level, you know what I mean, to do things another way, you might need a higher software. Because I seen some motherfuckers shit on me on iMovie. It's like, it's just not what you use, it's how you use it.
How you
Yeah, that's
possible.
You know what I mean?
And that's where I was going into with the just start. Because like he started on iMovie. You feel
Started
me?
on iMovie.
He at
Everything
least
I did.
started there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People is like, nah, I'm not starting nothing until I have that $4,000 program.
I wanna pause it and dig a little bit more into that because when I first heard about the iMovie, they was telling me you should just go ahead and use that. Why do you say they shouldn't use that? Is it just like the features is better on other stuff?
Yeah, so iMovie comes to be limited when it comes to certain aspects, like advanced aspects, like when you want to, like, I don't know if they touch into the frames per second.
Okay.
Like, I don't know if, like these other softwares, like, can do certain things for you. Like, for instance, like, when I first started, I couldn't hold the camera straight for a long time.
Built-in stabilizer.
Like, it's certain softwares on certain different platforms that can stabilize your video content. So there's robots that can move, that know if you moved right this time, you moved left that time, you moved right and left that time.
That's fire.
They will move with you.
Yeah, that's fire.
So I have, like, now just a lot of videos that you could stabilize through a lot of these other newer platforms like Final Cut. I don't know if Adobe has it because Adobe was like too advanced for me at that time. So I just went with Final Cut. It was simpler and I took that and I used that. But iMovie really works if you have good video content already.
Final Cut, that's Adobe, Adobe Premiere Pro type shit.
Yeah.
Final Cut, what they doing their TikToks with now, right?
They do. They
Not
use
most
both.
people.
It's like they beefing. Like Adobe and Final Cut,
Right.
they the same. You know what I mean? But Adobe might have a one-up on Final Cut because it made like 5 different other platforms.
Yeah.
So Adobe got a lot of options. Like, you know what I mean? But Final Cut is up there with it. And it seems simpler to, like, it was simpler to me.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, it was hard for me to learn another platform. And I didn't want to learn Adobe. Adobe gave me a hard time. So it was easier for me to learn Final Cut.
What's the Final Cut, man?
Learning these platforms. I know Louis said he was more like a self-taught. Was you more of a self-taught too? Was it just a I'm gonna grab it,
bro.
I'm gonna play with it.
The only person that really helped me with these platforms, like that I reached out to, was him.
Yeah.
Like a lot of video editors in the town don't respond, or they just don't. I mean, they say they're gonna help you, people don't help you.
Wow.
So that's why I take it to the heart when somebody helps me.
Yeah.
That's why, you feel me? That's why my boy up here with me. Cause you know what I mean? And it's to be little tests like that. Like, you don't know who you rejecting or who you not responding to or how they could benefit you.
Words like
You feel what I'm saying? So he was willing to help me when I asked for help in a lot of different aspects.
Right.
So you feel me? So that's why I'm willing to build with him. Cause even before he knew what I had or wherever it was going, he was willing to help me when I needed help. You know what I mean? So he knew how to use these platforms. But I was already diving in. I didn't give a fuck. I was playing with Final Cut, doing whatever I could. And it was it started looking alright. Like I'm like, this is much better. But it still wasn't.
word up.
You know what I mean? Still to this day, like I might make a fire video and I still feel like it's missing something.
Yeah. Still to this day, he'll
You're
sell me
doing
random
too much, yo.
videos.
You're doing
Just
too many
random
things
videos.
at once. 2 years doing that shit by yourself, man. That's a level of perseverance that you gotta acknowledge, man. Cause shit, 2 years doing that shit by yourself, bro. Like a lot of people been gave up within the first couple months, man.
Oh yeah, shout out to my boy T. Clips. He's not here with us too. He's one of the reasons why we also became tight, because he was already tight.
Right.
With him, I mean, he is another person where he didn't know too much about the video softwares, but he was willing to help me edit whatever I needed. So it was like we was teaching each other.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's a lot of people we met along the way. And kind of connected the dots. He couldn't make it tonight. I would have had him come too, but we just kind of connected the dots and just like God got his own plan. You
Each
know what
one
I'm saying?
teach one.
Yeah, that's
God
a big
definitely
thing.
got a plan. God said go down there. God said if you have the knowledge and you don't share it with your brother, then you guilty.
Yeah,
that's what God said. I remember it.
Facts.
That's the one.
Hey, look.
Come on.
Even when it comes to like,
You ain't great neither like that.
You can't be great.
Your
You know what I'm saying?
legacy
You
don't
can't.
transcend
You
to
knew you
the
ain't tell
next
your
person.
brother? You ain't tell your brother?
Yeah,
let me ask you a question though.
Come on.
If it
Dive
comes
with
to,
it.
if a small podcast that has 100 followers, 50 followers hit y'all up, yo, where should we get these mics from? Are y'all willing to give that information?
Man,
Mics.
you know our platform.
The mics. We the biggest. This
Yeah,
world's
we the
biggest.
biggest.
I don't know where we got the
We're gonna
mics
bring
from.
you in first. We're gonna bring you in first.
Come on the show.
Come on the show. Let everybody know this what you doing, this where you going.
Mics from. Like, well,
Yeah.
why you think we are even having y'all up here? Because what y'all doing is beautiful.
Yeah. It's positive.
Y'all not doing
Same,
what we
bro.
doing. We not doing what y'all doing, but we in the same field
Exactly.
and we attack it the same way.
For sure.
That's all. Y'all put the work in, we put the work in.
And that's a big thing.
That's
Being
all
a part
it
of a
is.
community that want to see you win.
We, oh man, guess what? We know what it's going to take. We've been out here. We seen it. We know exactly what the city need.
Right.
You know what I mean? We know exactly what the city need. We need positive brothers. You feel me? We need examples for the smaller kids. Cause it's just like, all right, if you grown already, a nigga can't tell you nothing already. You feel me?
Yeah.
Then it ain't nothing I can tell you.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Word up.
Cause I ain't arguing with nobody no more.
That
Yeah,
shit
you
my
can't.
age.
That shit basic economics.
that's
It's like
dead.
everything go up and down. For so long, our shit it's been a great cloud over our city. Like we done experienced a couple generations of that where it's just gray clouds where you need that positivity to be corrupted in a sense. Where like, you know, like Atlanta where you see Atlanta where it's like a big hub for so many things. But it went through dark times and it went through a long time of all positive forward thinking. Now it might be corrupted or something like that. Houston, there's so many cities or so many places in the world, but Trenton never, through my lifetime, Trenton never experienced that.
We
I
never
know-
attained it.
Yeah,
We never got there.
We never
But
got
we
there.
can.
But-
Right.
So it starts with us, you know, working together,
together.
doing positive things, shining a light on talent, our culture, music, art, our lingo, our style, our way of dressing, our beliefs. It starts with our culture, shining a light on our culture in a positive fashion, man. That's what you guys doing, man. So many ways. That's why we had to link up with you guys and make something happen, you know.
And this is just the first of many. You know, y'all know how we do. We gonna get to it. Y'all know, as soon as the lights go off, there's work to be done.
Yeah.
Y'all know how it go.
Right.
We right back to it.
Of course.
So it's just like
late nights, they don't see, like, you know what I mean? Like, niggas never edited a video for over an hour, 2 hours. You feel me? Regardless of what the results was.
Yeah.
Edit videos for hours, and learning softwares for hours. Like, I grew up playing ball, so I could shoot for hours and go through that for hours. So like when it came to transition to this, I was open to the grind, but I didn't know how to develop the skills.
Yeah.
So you could work hard. Like, I was working hard for hours and hours and hours, but it was like, when you work with other people that was willing to teach you and willing to help you, you was skipping a lot of hours because it's like they could just tell you how to make this look like that and how to do this, that. You feel me? And that skipped a lot of steps.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's
true.
It's skipping steps because you still gotta go apply it and you might still fuck it up when they leave you. it might be around you and doing all this and that. And like, oh, I get it. And then they leave, but it comes to we gotta teach each other and we gotta teach kids videography. Like, I've been thinking about the arts in general. We gotta teach these kids because I just ran a league in Dolly Holmes. You know what I mean? Basketball league.
you run a
We
basketball
seen that.
league?
Like, that's all going on.
It's over now, but I ran a basketball league in Dolly Holmes.
Are you bringing it back next year, maybe?
Potentially, I'll go back if they speak to me properly after what I went through. But the kids know who I am. I mean, so I'm already connected to them. But the basketball league, where I was saying, basically, I lost my train of thought.
I'm sorry about that. Nah, but cause that's impressive to me.
No, I just ran a basketball league. Oh yeah, I remember that. I ran the basketball league, and I remember that every kid ain't gonna make it to the basketball league. So that reminds me that if we could teach them videography, like, cause that's what was never taught. Like, a lot of my friends jumped in the streets cause they got cut.
Yeah.
Our biggest thing was, bitch, who gonna get cut? I ain't getting cut.
Yeah.
So I never got cut. So I never experienced the side of niggas that was getting cut.
Yeah.
You feel me? So the niggas that got cut, they jumped into the streets. They wasn't taught arts. We don't have no creative spaces.
Yeah.
Granted, the election just happened, so hopefully people actually create creative spaces. We gonna hold them to that, because I know I will. But these basketball players, or it's either you're a basketball player or a drug dealer. Those are the two options. I was good at basketball, so that was the option I took. But even those guys don't make that 0.001% to make it to the league. I got 2 friends that made it to the league, so which means the numbers are rigged. Because honestly, to be honest, if I have 2 friends that made it to the NBA,
before you say it, though, right? Hold on.
I'm saying a lot at once.
Second time, I'm getting like deja vu. It's like, whoa. How many times? Cause he know I know people in the NBA too, teammates and shit. You feel me?
Oh, word?
Teammates and shit.
Teammates, man. That shit. No, I'm not real. Fuck teammates. I'm talking about Trenton kids.
Yeah, I was better than some of them.
Oh,
they made it. Which I thought that's what you was about to say.
No, I'm not gonna say I was better than them. Nah, them niggas was different. Them niggas, they was training early. I ain't gonna say I was better than them.
My boy Moolah stand on, he was better.
You stand on that.
My boy Diggs was nasty though.
I can't say
Diggs was nasty.
I can't say I was better simply because like we played on some of the same teams and I played against them and I didn't beat them. So it was like, to me, it's all about that.
Right.
You feel me? But at the same time, we had different upbringings. Like when they left them games, they had training and shit. Like I was back to the hood. Yeah. But like, you know what I mean? I had friends that really elevated. Like they was, you know what I mean? We was about the same age. I had friends that really took that route. So the way they say how people who can make it to the league is a 0.001%. You make it. I have 2 friends that touched the NBA, so those numbers are clearly rigged. And I have we got football players that's also doing their things as well. A couple of them might be league worthy. There's gonna be so many Trent kids that touch the league. Like that's like they can't even say in Philly no more. Like, oh, you can't make it to the league. No, because it's happening more often. So the numbers and statistics that they give us really be rigged.
I gotta co-sign that. Cause you didn't say what I thought you was gonna say the first time, which is you was better than them niggas. That's what I would have said. Everybody at home knows. Everybody knows. This big Moo though. I was better than them niggas.
Moo like to use the word bump.
That point you just made, and you made it eloquently. I can co-sign that too, because I remember at the end of practice, I'm a junior. J.R. Smith is a sophomore.
Oh, you went to those schools.
Our coach, I'm not gonna say his name. I'm not here to embarrass nobody, but just know they can get crazy on here. I can say names if it ever get to that.
Mm-hmm.
Our coach called us into the huddle. None of yous is gonna make it to the NBA.
They say that shit all
Yous.
the time.
I don't even know what yous mean. I don't even know what that is.
That's middle America white people shit, right?
They say that too much to young black kids.
Come on, bro. That's what they told us. None of us can do it. So when nephew won that first championship, you know, I posted that. I remember when the coach called us all in the huddle. He's standing right next to me. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
He's standing right. I'm the one that got to guard him in practice every day.
Facts.
You feel me? This is how we go down for a whole year. The year prior to that, we had to play against him. He went to Steiner. I went to they call it Trenton Catholic now.
I love TCA too. That's where I met a lot of my. So you talking about J.R. Smith? I'm talking about Miles Powell. And they real tight.
You know how.
Y'all also know Malachi Richardson.
You know how.
We see the age difference, y'all. We see the age difference.
You know how it go, but the story is similar.
The stories are similar.
The stories is similar. How it go down.
See, I like to push back on. I don't necessarily think it's rigged. I think a lot of times in our community we are. What they say, you just sling and crack rock where you got wicked jump shot, and then we actually like perpetuate these ideas, like where it's like, nah, you can be an engineer,
Right.
You know what I mean? It's so many things to debate. Because we hindsight where we got what's going on right now with these Jewish people canceling all black folks. It's because they ain't have to have a wicked jump shot or sell crack rock. There was so many other ideas where you can actually rule the world.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
I want to piggyback on that.
Yeah.
What B just said is true. Like, you can go be an engineer, but a lot of people don't know how.
Yeah. Those numbers not rigged. Those by choice.
No, it's not by choice. It's by not knowing how.
That's
information.
Access to information.
It's information.
It's the information.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to be an engineer.
The information.
I don't know how to go be an engineer.
Yeah.
They got schools where they literally teach them that in high school.
Guess
Got school, they teach us about parallelograms and shit. Like, that's not gonna help me in real life.
Yeah.
Guess what? We got the power now.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I don't know. This is what I want to ask y'all. Y'all know Draymond Green, he say new media. Do y'all consider yourself a part of new media? I'm going to be honest. Before y'all even answer, I'll answer. Let me get this off, y'all. I feel like all four of us up here, we new media. We got the information now. You might not know how to be an engineer back then, right? Guess what? You got people in them spots now.
Oh man,
we can help get you in there.
RP Kevin Samuels was talking about we need more black media to represent black people. Like to create platforms for more black people. We don't need to be following the same Western. We was just watching something earlier, 1950 something, where they was talking. Some lady was saying they was asking about prejudice, and she was like, "I'm prejudiced against media, especially westernized media. You know what I mean? Westernized media, we don't control that." But we out here creating that ourselves right now. Like you guys creating positive platforms for our people, showing us positivity in the city.
It's new media. It's Trenton Talks, man. Yeah. Come on, man. Make some noise with us. We talk.
Trenton Talks. You hear me?
Trenton makes the world take it. The world takes it.
You already know. You know how I go down there, man. We got them guys in here with us tonight, man.
Look, man, there's some cloth talk though. There's some high level information, high level conversation. Up there.
It's all for our people though. It ain't
parallels. Running parallels.
Guess what? We got the information now. There's no reason now. You want to be a scientist? Guess what? I got the download. This is what you got to do. Boom, 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 boom.
Speaking of that, Kyrie was just saying that he just dropped some shit saying some shit like that. Like, it's up to us to make a difference for the future. It's our generation.
It's crazy because with the whole thing with Kyrie and Kanye right now, it's like, if you choose to ignore that, then you choose your side in my eyes. Right? That's how I feel. I mean, it's like some people really, like, that's why the whole analogy with the eyes, like what people see. When they say eyes, it's sight, third eye, second eye, first eye. What do you see? Because people see totally different things.
Dean said, believe half of what you see and none of what you hear.
And that's why you gotta be careful. Like you were saying, you gotta be careful with this Kanye and Kyrie shit, because it's like you gotta pay attention to the people who only want one side of the story to be told. If you understand, if you read any history book, any person that ever wanted one side of the story to be heard and the other side of the story had to be silenced or canceled, that's never the good guy.
That's what we grew up in.
That's never, you feel me?
That's what we grew up in. The story always gonna be told by the victors.
By the victors, exactly.
Like they gonna always tell them their favor.
And so what's history?
The victors.
His story.
His story.
Facts.
History is the story of who won.
The story. Damn.
That's what it's
it.
Right. So think about it. What if it was a close fight? What if really y'all ever seen a close fight?
Somebody was cheated. Somebody was cheated.
Come on,
most times
you still won.
100 years.
Just because you won,
you need to spend that. You need to spend that.
Because look, 100 years later, if my kids run the information, what story are we going to tell? And then after a while, if I enslave your kids,
they're gonna believe for the next 100.
I don't want to say too much. You know what I mean? You put two and two together. If we fight, I win the fight, and your kids ask what happened. We don't want to say too much.
Hey, yo, I'm telling my kids, listen, I fuck that nigga.
No punches. I be telling niggas, a nigga never landed a punch. I watched Ali fight once, and in Floyd, I was like, these niggas can't hit me. So I just started telling people I've never been hit before. That was the story I ran with.
And that's what the fuck history is.
That's what history is.
That's exactly what it is.
I've never been hit before. I never stole nothing from nobody. I am the greatest it's ever been.
My parents told me that. My parents told me they was perfect.
I built pyramids. I built the pyramids.
My parents ain't do shit wrong in their life.
Jesus was white. Everything. I'm Jewish and I'm the chosen. All my people. No, this is the kicker right here. All white people, my people are the chosen people. And this is the argument. Damn, we have to take it here.
Man, it's outside though. It's out there, so why not?
It's out there. Our people are the chosen people. And it's like, people be like, well, I don't really believe in the story of whoever the chosen people are, whether I'm Jewish, Hebrew, Christian. It's not about the story, whether you believe you're Jewish or Christian or not. It's about the narrative and who the main characters are. Because we allow people to be Jesus. Right. You also allow people to be Jewish, the chosen people of God. Jesus was Jewish. So we arguing over Jesus. We're not arguing over who the Jews are. We're arguing over who Jesus was. They break it down to the Hebrews. So the Hebrews was the chosen people of God. Who are the chosen people of God. That's why Kanye said, nah, we the chosen people of God. He's like, yo, the true Gemini, you know what I mean? But he said, but we the chosen people of God. You also see Kyrie pushes information. Whether he's Hebrew or not has nothing to do with the overall battle of black representation. Just like the females arguing over the mermaids. Ariel could be a mermaid. She could be a black mermaid. We were arguing over black representation. So this will always confuse me. People never argued over who could be God, what color God was. A lot of people let that slide.
Okay.
So when it came to that's really what it's about. And that's why whether I'm Christian or not, I'm a back the Black Hebrew Israelites that be on what they in New York, they said they be on what 105th Street or whatever.
Yeah,
the Black Hebrew 125th Street. The Black Hebrew Israelites, no, we the chosen people of God. I'm like, okay, because I always felt that with them, so I never needed something. I didn't need to be Hebrew to feel like I was chosen by God.
Yeah.
But a lot of our people need that or some type of a format.
I like to get into that. Look, drop y'all socials one more time. Let's talk about. I want y'all to tell us what y'all stand for as a Trenton Talks. Then we get into regular conversation. That's how we intend to do things anyway. We create let the people know y'all platform, what y'all about. And then we go into personality, y'all views, y'all points and stuff like that.
I didn't even want to get into that, but it just came.
We gonna get into stuff like that anyway. That's the goal always on our podcast.
You don't want to cut that part.
I want to say this. I want to say that religion was put out there to divide the people. Ooh. That's what I want to say.
I agree.
Control and order.
I want to say that if anybody is listening out there, we here at the World Takes, we don't condone any of that. We here at Trenton Talks, they don't condone any of that. But at the end of the day, we are going to say that all these different religions, they're dividing the people, and it's a contradiction because if you believe in a higher being, a God, whatever it is, you feel me? Whatever it is you believe in, right? Do you actually believe that there's a segment of people that he would just leave out like, oh, these people...
That's crazy.
These people is admonished to hell. Like, oh, these people know. No, they're no good, y'all. Mm-hmm. Why would a God ever do that? Think about it.
Yeah.
If that's what you believe in. Whatever it is you believe in.
So, you don't think there's a chosen people? If they say, when they say Hebrew, Jew, who are the chosen people?
I think...
Let's drop y'all socials real quick. Drop y'all socials.
Man, listen.
Let us know it's Trenton Talks podcast. Trenton Talks.
Yeah.
Right.
Where can they find y'all? What y'all stand for? What's y'all purpose?
Look, you watching the World Takes podcast. It's your boy.
Episode 93.
Bomb for that.
193.
93?
93?
That's crazy.
Drop a bomb.
Yeah, 193. Nah, only 93 right now.
That's grinding.
Yeah.
So you watch. This is at the Light of Lou. The light of has a V in it. Lou, and then follow the big dog. Trenton Talks.
Yes, sir. Again, it's your boy Louis X. That's the real _ Louis X on Instagram. Follow your boy. I'm gonna follow you back if you working.
So what's the creed? Like, what's the purpose of what y'all got going on? What exactly is your what's your purpose? Is that
Trenton Talks?
The mission statement said Trenton Talks seeks to visualize a growing community, a growing inner city that I'm paraphrasing, but it's on the website, TrentonTalks.com. But Trenton Talks will be the first inner city community to build entrepreneurs, athletes, businesses, and show people how to share the wealth, the love, the pleasure, the graciousness together, and we won't be that first. Like, I'm talking about like a Black Wall Street. Mm-hmm. That was kind of like so Trenton Talks seeks to be like a flourishing city and to figure out how to become a flourishing city. Yeah. And then share it with the world.
All right, that's beautiful, man. Shout out to Algernon Ward talking about bringing that first black bank to the city. You hear me? Man, check out, what was that, episode 91? Check out Algernon Ward, man. Vote Algernon Ward. If it's too late to vote, man, you missed it, but shit, if you don't get in, that's a big injustice for the city, though. But yeah, that's beautiful.
Major. Big Black Bank is major.
Yeah.
If I heard him say that, Looking over.
That's the type of time he on.
Hey, yo, shout out all the people watching at home, yo. We got Trenton Talks in here. Mm-hmm. We got Trenton Talks, the World Takes Podcast.
Yeah, we got Trenton Talks, so they on their shit tonight, too.
Make some noise for Louie and Lou, man.
That's crazy. Y'all on 93. I heard somewhere that like we was talking about consistency, man. Consistency is a big thing. Like a lot of people don't make it because of consistency. And y'all on episode 93. And I heard somewhere that 90% of podcasts don't make it because they don't make it past episode 21. And that's 90% of podcasts. Y'all already in the 10% just from consistency alone. Yeah, that's crazy.
I gotta clip that for content. We gotta post that.
Man. Tap in, man. Listen, come tap in with us. Come tap in with us.
Love. Show love.
The
grind don't stop. Clearly,
this episode 93. Listen, we got Trenton Talks.
We like to get spicy though. We like to get spicy. We like to get spicy. What's good? You good? Y'all good off the drinks and shit? Make sure y'all good. Y'all start getting a little, know what I mean, open.
Yeah. Again, where we want to go from here? We want to go Drake new album.
Crazy spins. Top to bottom, crazy spins. I was playing it in the car on the way here. Crazy spins. You feel me? Man, that boy is spitting, bro.
Academic said it was a lot of mid going on. He said Lil Baby shit was mid.
He hating.
No.
Lil Baby shit hot?
Lil Baby shit?
Yeah.
Or Drake shit?
I ain't gonna lie.
He said Lil Baby shit was mid.
Lil
He said
Baby
thank
shit
you,
was,
Drake,
Lil
for
Baby
delivering
shit
us from
was
the mid.
Yeah, Lil Baby
unpopular opinion.
Is Lil Baby done?
Baby's not that good.
Okay. All right.
Lil Baby's
man, these young geniuses.
No, I'm not gonna say he's not that good. I'm gonna say he's gotten satisfied with the money, hoes, and clothes, and he's
a lot of clothes.
Yeah, I mean, he stopped working. He
a lot of lifestyle.
He talking about getting bitches' body done, and that's all it is. You know what I mean? Hitting a whole bunch. He hitting a whole bunch of BBLs and going to bodies done. And he just go to the studio and then make 21 songs and put it out. You know what I mean? But he's a good businessman.
Yeah, they ain't there no more.
Man shit.
That's what it comes down to these days. But is he living up to his potential as a rapper? Mm-hmm. Just like basketball, you see a motherfucker like. He probably, when you see him when he's like 9th, 10th grade, 8th grade, 7th grade, you could
Swaggy P.
You could be alright.
He's Swaggy P.
That's Lil Baby. Lil Baby.
He's trying to say Lil Baby Swaggy P.
Lil Baby could have been a good rapper if he tried.
Yeah.
Who his mentors?
He's a popular rapper. I'll give him that. He's a very popular and successful rapper, but a good rapper.
Great
he's
network.
Decent.
I done heard some good verses from him.
I heard some good verses.
But he didn't try. He didn't really try. He could have been great if he tried, but it's like this era
Harder Than Ever was a classic.
Hold on, y'all. DM&D leader, she my little secret.
He like, Lil Baby hitting hella BBLs. Man, that's his career right there.
Straight to sleep after
He's spending that money on
leading the league. He leading the league in BBLs.
Yeah.
Lil Baby don't fuck for free, ladies.
So I want to talk about this Drake album though. I feel like it was an amazing album. What I want to get into with y'all is there were a segment of fans that was a little bit outraged, the Megan Thee Stallion fans. They felt as though where Drake had the line, shorty line about the shots, but she's still a stallion.
I feel as though, man, that man is an artist, man. I couldn't wait to get into topics like that, cause man, listen, that man is an artist, and that gives you, man, listen, I'm on my Kanye shit right now. I'm sick of people trying to take freedom of speech away from artists, bro. Yeah. It's like in the battle rap industry. It's like getting mad because a battle rapper say he gonna kill your mom or something like that, bro. You know he's gonna talk about, if you a battle rapper and you got a dead moms, you got a dead peoples. You know what they're getting into. If you watch battle rap, I'm not capping. You know what they're getting into.
Shout out to Mad Papa. Mad Papa got one of the biggest platforms right now. He done slapped the nigga for getting too nasty.
Yeah, he did though. He definitely did.
Come on, man. Come
That's
on,
too
man,
emotional,
Papa.
bro. You know what you're getting into.
We ain't forget about that.
This shit is art, though, man.
Forget about that, man.
This shit is art. That was a great bar, regardless of what she feel. That was a great bar. He's an artist. He's allowed to say what he want to say, because at the end of the day, what he say and the attention that comes from it makes him money.
Yeah.
It makes that's where his bag come from. So he has to be controversial. He has to.
I want to
have
ask
hot
y'all
topics.
something. How do y'all feel about the weaponizing of the phrase "protect black women"?
The weaponizing.
Jeez. Oh
The
man,
weaponizing of it.
he got deep real
The
quick.
weaponizing of it.
Nah, for
weaponizing
real.
of it.
We definitely need to get into that, because, like, honestly, like, it's something I've been wanting to touch on my platform. Like, it'd be white vans going 90 in the hood, 70, 80, 60. Like, the cops don't look at them. It's strange. Like, we gonna need our own little, like, because you gotta look at it like when you start having sisters and nieces and daughters and cousins, that's the targets. I mean, quote unquote conspiracy of these white vans is almost like a slap in their face.
Right.
Niggas ignore Amber Alerts like it's fucking notifications. So I mean, like, when it comes to the phrase "protect black women," one of the things that come to my mind is these. Like, I was with one of my friends that be in real situations, and I had to go take him out of the situation at one time, middle of the night. So we grabbed him out of the situation. The cops is going towards another situation, and then it's a white van going 90. Like, what they got going on? Nobody's paying attention to them. And it's like white vans got the stigma because of that shit that happened like 2019, 2020, somebody got snatched out of a white van. So they got the stigma, but it's like it still doesn't do any, like, just like black people got a stigma. Mm-hmm. If black people got a stigma, if a cop pulls us over, they see us, right?
Young black man.
Why the white vans got a stigma to be stopped because I see it's been times where me and my friends then try to follow white vans. They don't stop. They don't do nothing. So when it comes to protecting black women, we gotta start looking at these white vans, because there's a lot of girls that got stories. Not even just that, with these people in the mall that want you to come smell something right quick. They don't do that shit to niggas.
Yeah.
They're not doing that to men. They're doing that to women. They're doing that to our women. So we do need to pay attention. A lot of men need to have more female friends. It's hard to have a female that you care about that ain't yours, other than your family and kin. Yeah. But who really looking out for them?
Man, I feel as though that definitely, I agree with you 100%, but to an extent. To an extent. Like you said, it is low-key getting weaponized, because motherfuckers is going like punch a nigga in their mouth, all that, and then they get beat the fuck up, and it's like, yo, why you ain't protect her? Like, yo, she just punched that man in his mouth.
Yeah,
like,
you going to jail.
You feel me? Like, like,
oh my God, you hit me? You going to jail.
Yeah, I ain't want to go to that side, but yeah, that's definitely a thing going on. Like, if you abuse the people, you gonna get abused. You feel me? I'm just speaking about the innocent people.
The innocent.
So you think women on like
black women
getting kidnapped?
Yes, this is documented.
Yeah.
This is well documented. Just people don't choose to talk about it. But as far as like the whole ghetto fighting and toxic shit, I don't even acknowledge that shit. Okay. You get what you manifest.
Yeah.
We can
You talking
shed some light on that.
So black women are getting kidnapped. Like grown ass black women.
I feel as though they
What
are.
about the grown black women that's like out of shape and shit too? They getting kidnapped too? Or it's just like is it a type?
It's if 1, 2 out of 10, like I say, maybe 3 to 4 out of 10 black women have a story about somebody trying them real weird and then pulling off. People got stories, people got real life stories, and then like people got
sex
stories.
trafficking is at an all-time high.
It's as high as hell.
Sex trafficking is at an all-time
So to go
high.
against that hashtag at a time like that, it don't even matter what the situation is. When you go against that hashtag, women don't attack logically; they attack emotionally.
All right.
So they're not logically thinking about what they did wrong in that situation. They're like, well, y'all niggas ain't helping us anyway. Y'all niggas ain't protecting us anyway. So that's gonna be their first, like, emotional, intuitive attack.
But that's why I feel like the weaponization of it comes from, because it's like you can't always expect someone to think, see it from an emotional standpoint.
OnlyFans whores.
Oh, yo, this man's wilding. This man's wild.
I don't speak for them.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something. You know, I worked around a lot of white people,
Skino, what up?
Black women are used as tools, yo. They literally like almost the most feared creatures in the world.
Facts.
A black woman is almost black men fear them, white men fear them, Jewish men fear them, Chinese men fear them. Black women are like this victimizer black women is kind of it's tough for me to go on that side. They are the most outspoken, the most aggressive and out of anything. Men, white women, any culture. Black women are feared. I mean, that's why you get a black woman as a position. You get a job, you put a black woman in the head position, she gonna have everything straight. Because black women are outspoken. They not to be challenged. That's why even Kanye was like, if my mom was still alive, he was talking to Kris Jenner and them, y'all wouldn't be trying that shit. Because black women ain't they ain't lightweight. They ain't lightweight. Some of that shit got to do with the trauma and shit they experience in their life. But it's not from like kidnap a black woman. Like that's kind of tough. I done seen black women. They have talked about it, but a lot of times most of the let's just be clear, sex trafficking come from like third world countries and women who probably